Here's the deal. Walking into a grocery store in 2025 feels less like a routine errand and more like navigating a financial minefield. Prices are skyrocketing, and every aisle is packed with traps designed to quietly drain your wallet. It's not just inflation, it's the sneaky tactics behind the scenes, packaging that misleads you, convenient items that come with a hidden cost. And week after week, you're spending more than you realize, all while thinking you're making smart choices. Here's the kicker. The biggest money traps in the store aren't hiding in some obscure corner. They're right in front of you. They're the everyday items you toss into your cart without a second thought, and they're costing you way more than they're worth. But not anymore. In this video, I'm exposing the 10 grocery items you should never buy again and showing you exactly what savvy, budget-conscious shoppers are doing instead to save big. Trust me, number one on this list, it's sitting in almost every fridge in America. Once you know the truth, you'll never look at it the same way again. Before we dive in, do me a favor, hit that like button to help spread the word. And if you're serious about cutting costs and shopping smarter, subscribe and turn on notifications. I drop no-nonsense tips every week to help you save money, live better, and make every dollar count. All right, let's get into it. Buckle up. This list might just change the way you shop forever. 10. Specialty coffee creamers. Let's talk about those fancy coffee creamers that seem to call your name from the dairy aisle. You know the ones, sleek bottles with names like Caramel Macchiato Bliss or Vanilla Bean Dream. They promise to transform your morning coffee into a Cafe Weebly experience, but here's the truth. They're one of the biggest grocery store ripoffs. What's really inside those bottles? A cocktail of ultra-processed ingredients, loaded with sugar, artificial flavors, and thickeners you can't even pronounce. Sure, they taste good, but at what cost? You're paying a premium for what is essentially flavored syrup with a side of chemicals. And let's not forget the size. Those tiny bottles don't last long, meaning you're back at the store buying another one before you know it. Here's the kicker. You can make the same creamy, delicious coffee at home for a fraction of the cost. All you need is a little milk or cream, a splash of vanilla extract, and maybe a sprinkle of cinnamon or nutmeg if you're feeling adventurous. The result? A rich, flavorful coffee experience without the artificial aftertaste or the inflated price tag. Not only is this DIY approach cheaper, but it's also healthier. You're in control of what goes into your cup, and you're not pouring a bunch of unnecessary additives into your body. Plus, the savings add up fast. By skipping store-bought creamers, you could save over $100, 0 cents a year. And that's just the financial side. The long-term health benefits of cutting down on processed ingredients, priceless. So the next time you're tempted to grab one of those shiny bottles, ask yourself, do you really need to pay top dollar for a chemical-laden product? Or would you rather enjoy a cleaner, tastier, and more affordable alternative that you made yourself? Trust me, once you make the switch, you'll never go back. 9 tiny spice jars. They're small, they're cute, and they look oh so charming lined up on your spice rack. But those tiny glass jars of spices, they're one of the sneakiest money traps in the grocery store. Here's the deal. Those little jars often cost $5, 0 cents, or $6, 0 cents for just an ounce or two of seasoning. That's an outrageous markup when you consider that buying spices in bulk can cost up to 10 times less per ounce. And yet most shoppers don't think twice about tossing them into their carts. Why? Because the grocery industry has done a great job of making these overpriced jars seem like the norm. But let's break it down. You're not paying for better quality, you're paying for convenience and fancy packaging. The spices inside those jars are often the same as what you'd find in bulk bins or larger containers. And here's a little secret, spices don't expire as quickly as you might think. When stored properly in a cool, dry place, they can stay fresh and flavorful for months, even years. Smart shoppers know this, and they've found a better way. Instead of buying those overpriced jars, they refill their old ones from bulk bins, ethnic markets, or online spice retailers. Not only is this approach significantly cheaper, but it also allows you to buy exactly the amount you need, reducing waste. Plus, bulk spices are often fresher, which means bolder flavors in your cooking. So the next time you're tempted to grab one of those tiny jars, stop and think. Are you really paying for quality, or are you just falling for the convenience of a shiny label? By making the switch to bulk spices, you'll save money, reduce waste, and elevate your cooking game, all without feeling like you've been duped by clever marketing. 8 frozen smoothie packs. At first glance, frozen smoothie packs seem like a dream come true. They're marketed as the ultimate health hack, quick, convenient, and packed with vibrant fruits and veggies. But here's the reality. They're one of the most overpriced items in the freezer aisle. Let's break it down. These packs are essentially just pre-portioned bags of frozen fruit, often with a few extras like spinach or protein powder thrown in. Sounds great, right? Until you realize you're paying double or even triple the cost of what those same ingredients would cost if you bought them separately. And to make matters worse, some of these packs include fillers, added sugars, and low-quality blends that completely defeat the purpose of making a fresh, nutrient-packed smoothie. Here's what savvy shoppers already know. You can make your own smoothie packs at home for a fraction of the cost. All it takes is a bag of frozen berries, a ripe banana, and maybe a handful of spinach or kale. Portion them out into freezer bags or containers, and you've got your own DIY smoothie packs ready to go. No added sugars, no strange thickeners, and no overpaying for a product that's really just convenience in disguise. The benefits don't stop at cost savings. By making your own smoothie packs, you have complete control over the quality of the ingredients. You can customize your blends to suit your taste and nutritional needs, and you'll never have to worry about hidden additives. Plus, the savings add up fast. By ditching pre-made smoothie packs, you could cut your smoothie budget by 50% or more without sacrificing flavor or nutrition. The next time you're browsing the freezer aisle, think twice before reaching for those overpriced smoothie packs. With a little prep work, you can enjoy the same convenience, better quality, and way more savings. And let's be honest, nothing tastes better than knowing you're not being played by clever marketing. 7. Name brand cleaning products. Let's face it, name brand cleaning products have us all fooled. With their bold logos, shiny packaging, and promises of clinically proven results, they've built a reputation as the go-to solution for a spotless home. But here's the reality. Most of these products are no better than the generic versions sitting right next to them on the shelf. The secret? They often contain the exact same active ingredients. That streak-free shine you're chasing, the germ-killing power you're paying extra for, it's all there in the store brand version, just without the flashy marketing and inflated price tag. The only real difference is the packaging and the millions of dollars spent on advertising to convince you that the name brand is somehow superior. And guess who's footing the bill for those ad campaigns? You are. When you grab that name brand disinfectant spray or those glossy wipes, you're not buying better results, you're buying the illusion of quality. The truth is, many store brand cleaners are made in the same factories using the same formulas, and they work just as well. But because we've been conditioned to trust the big names, millions of shoppers continue to overpay every single week. Smart shoppers, however, know better. They take a moment to compare labels, skip the hype, and reach for the store brand every time. The result? They walk out of the store with more money in their pocket and the exact same cleaning power under their sink. Because when it comes to cutting through grease, grime, or germs, the brand doesn't matter. What matters is your budget and keeping it intact. So the next time you're in the cleaning aisle, ask yourself, are you paying for a product that works, or are you just paying for a name? Once you make the switch to store brand cleaners, you'll wonder why you ever spent extra in the first place. 6. Pre-made salad kits. At first glance, pre-made salad kits seem like a dream come true. They're marketed as the ultimate time saver for busy people who want to eat healthy without the hassle. Everything's neatly packed, ready to go, and conveniently portioned. But peel back the plastic and what you're really buying is a high-priced bundle of disappointment. Here's a harsh truth. These kits are one of the most overpriced items in the grocery store. You could be paying up to $10.00 per pound for limp lettuce, stale croutons, and a few sad sprinkles of cheese or nuts. And let's not even get started on the dressing packets, which are often loaded with sugar, preservatives, and artificial flavors. By the time you get it home, the greens are already on their last leg, and the whole thing is a ticking time bomb of sogginess. Think about it. You're essentially paying a convenience tax for ingredients you could easily buy fresher, cheaper, and in larger quantities. And the worst part, these kits often go bad within days, meaning a good portion ends up in the trash. Along with your hard-earned money, it's a lose-lose situation disguised as a smart buy. Here's the smarter move. Skip the kits and build your own salads from scratch. Grab a fresh head of lettuce, a bag of shredded carrots, some cherry tomatoes, and any toppings you actually enjoy. With minimal prep, you'll create a salad that's not only fresher and more flavorful, but also significantly cheaper per serving. Plus, you'll have full control over the portions, the quality, and the freshness. No more mystery dressings or wilting greens. Convenience is great, but not when it costs more and delivers less. By ditching pre-made salad kits, you'll save money, reduce waste, and enjoy a healthier, tastier meal. And let's be honest, nothing beats the satisfaction of knowing you're not being played by clever marketing. Fast 5 bulk bottled water. On the surface, buying bottled water in bulk seems like a no-brainer. It's cheap, it's convenient, and it's an easy way to stay hydrated. But when you take a closer look, it's one of the most deceptive long-term money drains in your grocery routine. Those giant cases of bottled water might look like a smart buy at the checkout line, but over time, they quietly eat away at your budget. Think about it. You're paying hundreds of dollars a year for something you could be getting at home for pennies. And the financial waste is just the tip of the iceberg. Every bottle you toss contributes to an ever-growing mountain of plastic waste. Most of it doesn't get recycled, despite what we'd like to believe. Instead, it clogs up landfills, pollutes oceans, and leaves behind an environmental footprint that's hard to ignore. So while you think you're making a convenient purchase, you're actually supporting a system that's bad for your wallet and even worse for the planet. The smarter move? Invest in a high-quality water filter. Whether it's a simple faucet attachment, a countertop pitcher, or a full home filtration system, it pays for itself in no time. You'll get cleaner, better tasting water without the need to lug around heavy cases or contribute to plastic waste. Plus, you'll never have to worry about running out of water again. Frugal shoppers know that saving money and saving the planet don't have to be separate goals. Sometimes, they're the exact same choice. By ditching bulk bottled water, you'll not only cut down on unnecessary expenses, but also make a positive impact on the environment. And let's be real, hydration tastes a whole lot better when it doesn't come with a side of guilt. 4. Pre-shredded cheese. Pre-shredded cheese. The ultimate kitchen shortcut, right? Wrong. That little bag of shredded cheese might seem like a time saver, but it's actually one of the sneakiest ripoffs in the grocery store. Let's break it down. First, those soft-looking shreds are coated with anti-caking agents like cellulose powder, yes, that's wood pulp, and potato starch. These additives are there to keep the cheese from clumping together, but they also mess with how it melts, how it tastes, and even how it feels in your mouth. So while you think you're getting a convenient product, you're actually settling for cheese that's less creamy, less flavorful, and less satisfying. And let's talk about the price. Pre-shredded cheese comes with a hefty markup. You're paying significantly more per ounce for the luxury of someone else doing a 30-second task. That's right, 30 seconds. Grating cheese is one of the easiest kitchen tasks out there, and yet millions of people are shelling out extra cash for the illusion of convenience. But here's the kicker. Pre-shredded cheese doesn't even perform as well as a block of cheese. It doesn't melt as smoothly, stretch as beautifully, or deliver the same bold flavor. Whether you're making pizza, pasta, or tacos, you're sacrificing quality for a shortcut that isn't worth it. Smart shoppers know better. They grab a block of cheese, pull out a grater, and in under a minute, they've got fresher, richer, better tasting cheese for a fraction of the cost. Plus, a block of cheese lasts longer and gives you more versatility. You can slice it, cube it, shred it to your heart's content. So the next time you're tempted to toss a bag of pre-shredded cheese into your cart, think about what you're really paying for. Is it worth the extra cost for a product that's inferior in every way? Probably not. Do yourself and your wallet a favor. Ditch the bag, grab the block, and enjoy cheese the way it's meant to be. 3. Individually wrapped snacks. Individually wrapped snacks might seem like the ultimate convenience. They're neat, organized, and perfect for on-the-go lifestyles. But here's the harsh truth. You're not just paying for the food inside. You're paying a premium for layers of plastic, clever marketing, and the illusion of convenience. Those cute little packs of crackers, cookies, or trail mix, they can cost nearly double per ounce compared to buying the exact same product in bulk. And the worst part, all that packaging gets tossed after one use, padding corporate profits while bloating your grocery bill and your trash can. What many shoppers don't realize is how easily this habit adds up. A few extra dollars here, a few extra dollars there. It might not seem like much in the moment, but over time, it becomes a silent budget killer. And what are you really gaining? A false sense of efficiency that you could recreate at home with a little effort. Here's the smarter move. Buy the full-size version of your favorite snacks and portion them out yourself. Invest in some reusable containers or snack-sized bags and you'll have the same grab-and-go convenience without the inflated price tag. Not only will you save money, but you'll also reduce waste and have more control over portion sizes. Frugal shoppers have already figured this out. They skip the individually wrapped snacks, stock up on bulk options, and take a few minutes to prep their own servings at home. The result? The same snack, less environmental impact, and way more financial control. Convenience is great, but not when it's quietly costing you every single week. By making this simple switch, you'll save money, reduce waste, and still enjoy the snacks you love, just without the unnecessary markup. It was brand name cereal boxes. Cereal has long been a breakfast staple, but in 2025, those colorful brand name boxes have become one of the sneakiest sources of overspending in your cart. Prices have skyrocketed, and big name companies are cashing in on nostalgia, flashy mascots, and marketing buzzwords, not better ingredients. When in fact, here's the truth. If you turn the box around and compare the label with a generic version, you'll often find nearly identical ingredients, nutritional facts, and serving sizes. The only real difference? One costs almost twice as much and comes with a cartoon character on the front. And that's the trap. We've been conditioned to believe that name brand cereals are somehow superior, but the reality is you're paying extra for the logo, not the flavor. Blind taste tests have shown that most people can't even tell the difference between name brand and store brand cereals. And when they can, it's not always in favor of the big brand. What you're really buying is habit, not quality. And that habit is quietly draining your grocery budget month after month. Frugal shoppers, however, challenge the system. They test the store brand cereals, save money instantly, and often find they prefer them. The next time you're in the cereal aisle, take a moment to compare. Look at the ingredients, the price per ounce, and the overall value. You might be surprised at how much you can save by making the switch, because when your bowl tastes the same and your receipt is cheaper, it's a no-brainer. In today's economy, being smart isn't about loyalty to a brand, it's about loyalty to your wallet. So ditch the flashy boxes, embrace the generics, and enjoy a breakfast that's just as good without the extra cost. 1. Pre-cut fruits and veggies. This is the crown jewel of overpriced convenience and one of the biggest grocery scams hiding in plain sight. Those neat little containers of sliced watermelon, chopped pineapple, or diced cantaloupe may look fresh and ready to eat, but here's what they don't tell you. You're paying 2 to 3 times more for produce that's already past its prime. The moment fruits and veggies are cut, they begin to lose flavor, texture, and nutrients. By the time they hit the shelves and eventually your fridge, they're often just days away from turning mushy, bland, or moldy. And yet grocery stores charge a premium for this so-called convenience, knowing full well that a good portion of it will end up in the trash. Think about it. You're handing over premium cash for a product that not only tastes worse, but also expires faster. It's a trade-off that benefits the store, not you. And while it may feel convenient in the moment, that convenience ends the second you throw half of it away because it's spoiled before you could use it. The smarter move? Buy whole. Grab a fresh pineapple, a whole melon, or a bunch of carrots and take 5 minutes to chop them yourself. You'll get more food, better quality, longer shelf life, and massive savings. Plus, there's something incredibly satisfying about prepping your own produce. You control what stays, what goes, and how it's stored. In 2025, being frugal isn't about sacrifice, it's about choosing value over illusion. By skipping pre-cut fruits and veggies, you'll save money, reduce waste, and enjoy fresher, tastier produce. And let's be honest, nothing beats the flavor of food you've prepared yourself. And there you have it, the 10 biggest grocery store ripoffs that are quietly draining your wallet week after week. From overpriced pre-shredded cheese to sneaky name brand cereals, these items are proof that convenience and clever marketing often come at a much higher cost than we realize. But here's the good news. You don't have to fall for these traps anymore. By making a few simple swaps, like shredding your own cheese, buying whole produce, or choosing store brands over flashy labels, you can save hundreds of dollars a year without sacrificing quality or flavor. It's not about giving up the things you love. It's about being smarter with your choices and taking back control of your grocery budget. Remember, every dollar you save on these overpriced items is a dollar you can put towards something that truly matters, whether it's a family vacation, paying down debt, or just building a little extra financial freedom. So the next time you're strolling through the aisles, keep this list in mind and ask yourself, am I paying for value or am I paying for marketing? Smart shopping isn't about cutting corners, it's about cutting through the noise. And now that you know the truth, you're armed with the knowledge to shop smarter, live better, and make every dollar count. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and share it with someone who could use these tips. And if you're serious about saving money and living more intentionally, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. I drop no fluff, actionable tips every week to help you stretch your budget and live your best life. Thanks for watching, and here's to smarter shopping and bigger savings. See you in the next video.